relatives and friends of our brother, we deeply sympathize in their sorrow. The link is broken alike in the home circle and in our fraternal chain. We too enjoy this friendship and feel the pain of his parting. But the friendship we felt from will extend to them, our entire fraternity. Surrounds his loved ones with the assurance of our affection. We offer the support of our sympathy, the comfort of our faith, the inspiration of our hope, that they with us may look beyond this hour through the opening portals of the life eternal. These last offices we pay the body of our brother Elias Briones, proclaim our own grief at parting. It is we, not he, for whom we feel sorrow. It is not he that lies here. This is but the mortal clothing which his spirit has outgrown. He has passed from labor into rest, from turmoil into peace, from mortality into glory. For him, it is not death, but transition. Our paths lead not to the grave, but through it. Immortal we are, and ever shall be, in the eternal life of God, in whom we live and move and have our being. We look not to another life, but to perfection of this one, a raising by God's right hand to that higher, fairer sphere, for which this is only the preparation. Though we are left to mourn his loss, for him death is swallowed up in victory. And for us, my brethren, let us so regulate our lives that we may be found ready. From the square, let us learn morality. From the level, equality. And from the plumb, rectitude of life. With the trowel spreading liberally the cement of brotherly love, circumscribed by the compasses, let us ponder well our words, and action, and let all the energies of our minds and the affection of our soul be employed to attain our supreme Grand Master approbation, that when the summons of the Grand Warden of Heaven shall call us, we may obey with joy and go from our labors on earth to eternal refreshment in the paradise of God. May we be true and faithful, and may we live and die in love. May we profess only that which is good, and may always act in accordance with our professions. May the Lord bless us and prosper us, and may all our good intention be crowned with success.
This lambskin or white apron is an emblem of innocence and a badge of a Mason. It is more ancient than the golden fleece or Roman eagle, and more honorable than the star and garter or any other order when worthily worn. Let its pure and spotless service be to us a perpetual reminder of the purity of life and rectitude of conduct. For higher thoughts nobler deeds. And when at last our weary feet shall have come to the end of life's toilsome journey, and from our nerveless grasp shall drop forever the working tools of life, may the record of our actions be as pure and spotless as this fair emblem which I now display.
This evergreen, which once marked the temporary resting place of an illustrious in Masonic history, is an emblem of our enduring faith in the immortality of the soul. By it, we are reminded that we have an imperishable part within us, which shall survive the grave and which will never, never die. By it, we are admonished that though, like our brother, whose body now lies before us, we too shall soon be clothed in the habiliments of death and be deposited in the silent tomb. Yet, through the loving goodness of our Supreme Grand Master, we may confidently hope that like this evergreen, our souls will hereafter flourish in eternal spring.
Before I proceed to mythology, I would like to read the poem sent by Worshipful Brother Elias for Worshipful Brother Elias Briones. The title is I'm Free. Don't grieve for me, for now I'm free. I'm following the path God made for me. I took his hand when I heard him call. I turned my back and left it all. I could not stay another day to laugh, to love, to work or play. Task left undone must stay that way. I found my place at close of day. If my parting has left a void, then fill it up with remembered joys. A friendship shared, a laugh, a kiss. I guess these things I do, I too shall miss. Be not burdened with times of sorrow. I wish you the sunshine of tomorrow. My life's been full, I savored much. Good friends, good times, a love once touched. Perhaps my life seemed all too brief. Don't lengthen it now with undue grief. Lift up your heart and share with me. God wanted me now, he set me free. Thank you very much for that. Now, it was said that death is not the end, but the beginning of an eternal life. Just like in Masonry, your membership did not end when you laid down your working tools in this mortal world. You just transitioned your membership to that celestial lodge above, where the Supreme Grand Master resides. I first met Worshipful Brother Eli or Manoy, as we call him. Sometime in 2006, when we organized the Philippine American Masons of Nevada, or Philemon, he introduced himself as a past master of Union Lodge number 31, Connecticut, and a retired U.S. Navy Chief Petty Officer assigned with the submarine fleet. During our informal conversation, he would proudly tell us that he was once a crew of USS Dallas, the famous nuclear submarine featured in Tom Clancy's book, The Hunt for Red October, which was also made into a movie later on. I believe he still have that framed photo of this submarine at home. He would tell us that when they are at sea and not diving in the depths of the ocean floor, he was always posted on the bridge or bow above the ship. I forgot the term he used. I'm not a Navy man. I'm an Air Force officer, and we use terms as ailerons, spiral and roll, and stalls. Anyway, he was always assigned there to visually observe any unusual activity surrounding the ship and be able to identify objects from a distance, whether it's a wave, a shark, a torpedo, or another submarine, because his commander said that he has an eagle's eyes and could spot objects at a far distance. I told him, Worshipful Eli, I totally agree with your commander 100%, because you were able to spot the most beautiful and loving woman you love. He will then laugh and say, si Neneng, ayaw ko ba? Sa dami mga nurses ang nilarito sa akin, siya lang napansin ko lang. Wala na akong ibang nakita pa na tulad niya. That was really wonderful. That's love beyond compare. When you are a Mason and with Worshipful Eli, don't ever make a mistake of showing off your knowledge in Masonry. Because it will make you realize that you still have a lot to learn in order to understand and appreciate the beauty of our craft and the wisdom that goes with it. I'm telling you this, it was a walking encyclopedia on Masonry and history. I was just wondering what he did on board the submarine for 3 to 6 months at the bottom of the ocean. He must have read hundreds and volumes of books and history and Masonry just to remain sane and kept his brains intact. One time, I was talking about the Knights Templar, which was the first and famous military order of the Catholic Church, responsible only to the Pope. And here comes Worshipful Eli, narrating the history of the Knights Templar and the role of King Philip of France and the papacy in this mountain. He narrated it without even batting an eyelash or pause to refresh his memory. He has that gift which few people has at this age, the gift of photographic memory. I just stood there in awe because I studied the history of the Knights Templar for so many years and was, during that time, the eminent commander of the Knights Templars in Las Vegas. On the lighter side, Worshipful Eli will always jokingly test the knowledge of a younger Mason by asking him. We'll always ask the younger Mason, what's the name of your mother? And he will give a good mocking laugh when the brother would answer the question in its literal meaning. One brother answered him, my mother's name is Josefina. Worshipful Eli burst into laughter and explained to him that in Masonry, when a brother asks you this question, it is not to be meant literally, but is rather a test of your knowledge about the craft and to ferret out from impostors of wannabe Masons. Masonry is always expressed in allegory and symbols. Worshipful Eli once was also a passionate member of the craft and will always protect the lads against those who would sow chaos and disharmony among its members. He would always explain that come what may, the lads where you were born and raised as a master mason is your mother. Your mother loves and should always be loved, protected, and adored. You don't leave your mother just because of some personal disagreements with your brother. He would explain that we are not a perfect fraternity, but a brotherhood of men under the fatherhood of God. Masonry has taught us all the working tools of life in order to be better men and not to pursue our own personal interest or ambitions, but always to uphold the valuable tenets of the craft, which are brotherly love, relief, and truth. That, my friend, is the wisdom of Worshipful Brother Eli, which he leaves as a legacy to us. Please let us not fail him. There are a lot of other stories which I could tell about Worshipful Eli, but I would rather share them on some other occasions. As a last tribute to this worthy brother, I would say that he was the most wonderful and sincere Mason I ever met. Worshipful Eli, I salute you as my brother in arms and embrace you as a true brother of the craft. Goodbye now and rest in peace.